Welcome to Keeping It Real. I'm Big T, and we are down in the Gary Yamamoto BK Ranch down in Palestine, Texas. What an amazing place this place is. It's a little chilly this morning. I'm sure these bass aren't used to this 45 degree, 40 degree weather. This is like Chicago weather, but we're gonna try to make the best of it. We're here on the ranch. Do a little tour on the ranch. You'll see the famous ponds that Gary has. We'll see the famous 100% Japanese Wagyu cows that are roaming the land, and just this beautiful place. So hopefully we catch some fish. We'll see you guys in a little bit, and we'll do some fishing on the ponds. As you can see, we're rolling through Gary's ranch here. I think he has like 900 acres or something like that. You can see it's a 100% working ranch. He's got 100% purebred Kobe cows. And for all those that you guys know what Kobe beef is, it is the most delicious beef there is in the world. I love it. One of my favorite, absolute favorite things to eat in the world. Gary cooked us some burgers last night, and it was magnificent. And so, you guys ever had Kobe beef? Like real Kobe beef? Go try it. And Gary sells it on his website, so I highly recommend it.
Fish might have moved into a little bit deeper water. Back here is quite shallow. Maybe I'll just drive to the little deeper spot out here and see if there's a better better concentration of fish. It is cold out there. Oh, it's warmed up. It's 47 degrees. Yeah. 10 feet or 12 feet out of here, it's probably 5 feet deep. So that's quite a change in depth for fish. And there's grass that grow all along the shoreline. So they're just, if there's any fish right here, they're just on the other side of the grass line. I guess it's day by day and hour by hour, you're saying what are they doing, If you look at that hook, where it's got.
You didn't even set that hook, did you?
No, why would you?
That's like the perfect hook set right there.
Yeah.
He just came, got that, you just
Yeah, I just reeled him in. Okay, buddy, go out there and call the rest of your pack. So fishing in Senko slow, weightless, looks like you're not doing anything, but the bait actually, when it's falling, is twitching and moving constantly. So you really don't have to do anything to create the movement in the bait. And just moving it slowly and letting it fall, it twitches by itself. And I guess some of the strength of our bait is that it's able to move.
A little weighted cut tail, wacky style. Little guy. Just talking to me and throwing the worm out there.
They're all healthy, nice and thick.
Oh, this is the secret. Ah, I see how it is.
See, what's happening, I think, it could be that your hook is bigger, so it's sinking faster, it's not wiggling as much.
Ah, okay. See, little subtleties like that.
Same bait and not working,
No, I haven't gotten a bite over in this corner
huh?
yet.
No kidding. Let's see if it'll bite mine.
Gary sent us over to this side of the pond here, this little corner. This is like his crappie pond. I don't know if he sent us on a wild goose chase here. I don't know if there's fish here, but he's fishing over there. I don't know if you can see it. It's still a little chilly for these Texas bass, but you know, let's see if we can get a bass here. Nice, good-sized bass. Works every time, the Senko. Oh, there it is.
Exactly where the
Right behind the hook. Gotcha. Thank you.
Fushan is wintertime is good when the trout comes into the canal.
How big are those fish?
After you fish for a while, you become, let's say you're aware of what's happening, and you cast your lure out there, you cast that Senko out there, and their line's falling, and you can see your line moving, and then it stops, and then what I do is I pick it up, and I move it a little bit and let it fall back again. And even with a slack line like this, you can see the line twitch or bounce, and that's when the fish will suck it in, and you know, they just take the whole thing in their mouths, and
They're swimming away with it.
yeah. Oh, you little sucker! You dropped my bait off.
He's
Gotta buy another bait now.
Well, they're still here.
Right? That's what I found the other day.
He went after yours.
Oh, I lost my bait, but look at where he's hooked.
Right on top.
You didn't hurt him. Not even bleeding. Oh,
They're getting bigger.
yeah.
Come here, buddy.
Deeper water down here.
He's a little skinny though.
Yeah, he's a
He
male,
needs-
male bass that's skinny.
Man,
Working too hard.
I need to eat, buddy. Look how big his mouth is. Look how big this mouth is. Like, this fits my fist. But he's skinny. He needs to eat. It's the opposite of Todd. Baby?
He's just like the same one you didn't catch.
You need like a 5. starting to scale down my expectation a little bit, Gary.
You're
First
not.
it was like, let's get the 8. Now let's see if we can get a 5.
You're just here at the wrong time. You see how it's hooked there? It's not hurting him at all. This plier will be a lot easier to get it out. Oh, come on, you. So after I say easy, and oh, come on. Oh.
Gary, I want to thank you and Bev for a wonderful time that Jimmy and I had here, and you have a magnificent property here, and we want to really thank you for inviting us and feeding us and getting to know your dogs and you and Bev and hearing all the stories. We've had a great time, and you know, anybody who's has a chance to come down here to the Yamamoto BK Ranch, do it. You know, book a trip, come down here for a couple days, and if you're fortunate enough to have Gary around here and show you around and say hi to him. And I just wanted to start off and say thank you, Gary.
Oh, you're very welcome. You know, the thing is, I think we enjoy people coming down, and I guess the best thing is that if they leave here and saying that they enjoyed themselves, that's what we're here for. And there's not too many pieces of property like this that have everything. And there was some bluegills behind us that was splashing and eating food, and sometimes that's about as much fun to fish for as the big bass. You know, you're trying to catch a big bass, and you might fish all over this pond and catch 1 or 2, and you can catch a bluegill that might be 2 pounds, and that's a trophy, really.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot to do if you settle down and come out here and do it. So.
You know, so we struggled, but we caught fish. You know, it came down to one bait, and that's Gary's bait. It's Senko, and you know, that's all. I caught a couple fish on the chatterbait with the Zaco, but overall, the Senko rigged Gary's way, weedless with his guard, just produced fish, and a lot of healthy fish in here, Gary.
Yeah, you know, it's amazing to see that they're all healthy.
Yeah.
I think you caught one skinny male probably that was probably working too hard, and he got skinny. But
he's the opposite of me.
wasn't you.
No, no, he was the opposite of me. He needs to eat better like me. Yeah, he was a little skinny, but
that was just one out of what, 20 fish?
Yeah, most of the fish we caught were very healthy. In a couple years, they're going to be nice fish.
Yeah, there's some nice ones, yeah, and they're probably too smart for us. You
know? Yeah, they're swimming. I don't know where they are, but you know, everybody has this conception when they come down to Texas and they come down to hear Yamamoto's ranch, they think of 10-pound bass.
Well, they're here.
You know, and they think it's like they'll jump off the boat or something.
Right
probably underneath us. But that's the allure. That's the fascination of coming down here, is the chance to get that 10-pound bass.
Well, the biggest one of the biggest fish was caught right here.
In this pond?
Right here.
Right here on the dock?
Yeah.
Oh my. You know, Gary's, he's won a lot of tournaments with the Senko. And, you know, through, you know, how many ever years the Senko's been produced, it still continues to catch fish. And I don't know how many people on my Facebook page says when I share a Yamamoto Senko, they're always like, that's the best bait. That's my favorite bait. That's my go-to bait. And for me personally, that's when I struggle to find fish, I always have a Senko rod on me. And now I can say that I got a special rig from Gary that it will be on my deck at all times. So I want to thank you, Gary, again for everything, and thank you for everybody for watching and supporting the channel. Please go to Gary Yamamoto Custom Baits on the Facebook page and follow it. And you can go to baits.com to buy Gary's baits. There's a million colors of Senkos that not every store carries. And so you walk into a store, you might only see 10 colors, 15 colors of the Senko, but there's hundreds of colors. So if you don't find a color that you like, go to baits.com and you'll have everything there. And from hats to shirts to I think last night on our show somebody says, man, I love that sweatshirt that has his own name on it, Gary Yamamoto, and so you can buy those sweatshirts online too. But again, thank you for watching this show. Hopefully we can get more content for you guys to enjoy, to see fishing with celebrities and some pioneers of this sport. And we want to thank you for Gary for all he's done for fishing and for the cow business, and we look forward to showing more of Gary's life a little bit. So thank you, everybody. Thank you very much, Gary.
Alrighty.
I'll be back.
Unfortunately, you get hooked here.
I do get hooked.